two new projects. This is a Mower 3012. Picked this up last night up near Orangeville, between Orangeville and Barrie. 2-hour drive in rush hour. Was not fun drive. And picked this machine up. I picked up its identical twin right here. It's a 12 point Mower 30 12.5. I got an idea for one of these. One of them's going to get fixed and put back into service. The other one, if my idea works out, is going to be a racing lawnmower. I've been wanting to build a racing lawnmower that's small and relatively lightweight. This is a small and relatively lightweight tractor, and they're tight in the back. I initially thought these used the transmission, like the Spicer transmissions that would sit right in here and down to a chain drive, but they're a lot newer than that setup to actually have a full-on transmission in them, a 5-speed with a belt drive to the rear end. So that was kind of my first letdown when I got them. I didn't get any pictures. I bought them sight unseen sort of thing, and that's where we went at. They're a little on the dirty side, but they are complete minus the seats, and this one's missing that panel right there, which is not a big deal. If this one here is the nicer of the two, it's most likely going to be fixed and put back into service. The guy I got them from said they were in service a year ago and they ran a year ago, and the batteries were good when they were parked. Since then, they have been involved in a minor flood. Nothing up over the engines, but they were in a minor flood. But you can kind of see the water line on the deck. That's how high up they came. So they basically sunk into the mud for the most part. So my idea right now is I'm going to try and get the tires back on the beads. The front ones on this one, the one front one's off, but all the other ones are on as far as I know. Yep, just the one front one on this one. On the other one, 3 of the 4 tires need to be put back on the beads. Hopefully I can get them back on and reseal them. Then I got to move to the engines, and this one here, I think it's stuck on the flywheel. Or sorry, stuck on the starter. The starter's engaged and it's stuck. But I'm trying to get some power into these batteries. He said the batteries were good when the machines were parked. So that, again, a year ago. So 50-50 chance on the batteries. I need one of the 2 batteries to come back and be okay. This one's running a car battery. I have no idea how they would have even got a car battery in there without taking off the seat frame. Most likely that's what they did. This one over here, I have not put power to it yet, but it does have a standard tractor battery. This one here is clean as well. It's in good shape, but the other one over there is a little bit nicer, and that's the one I rather fix up and have as a machine to. It's going to replace the Mouse Craftsman. They're having a lot of issues with that tractor, so that one there is going to be replacing that tractor, and this one here will most likely be my racing mower. The plan is to shove a V-twin in here. So it's going to be a sleeper type tractor, but it's going to have a monster engine in the back. It should fit in theory, but I don't know yet. Obviously the gas tank will have to be relocated, maybe the battery. I'm going for a stock look besides having the great big engine in the back, because you guys know how I am. If they don't look stock, it bugs me. So that's also why I want this one right here. It has the panel. I'm going to make an attempt at putting an oil pressure and oil temp gauge in that panel. I may have to remove the motor engagement. I gotta see how much room I have to the steering column. But should be interesting little projects. And obviously I gotta find seats for both of them. The other one, not as big a deal. I can take the seat off the Mouse Craftsman. That tractor will most likely be scrapped, pulled apart, and used for parts. It's got an okay engine, transmission's good, and it's got 2nd gen steering, which I need for my racing lawnmower anyways. So both of them shift. They're both 5 speeds and reverse, obviously. But this one here turns over. I have not turned over with power yet, but it will turn over. It has compression. The gas tank is empty in both of them. The oil's clean in both of them. He got them on trade, the story goes, and he got them running and just did nothing with them after that. That's the story I got on them. So they were cutting grass a year ago. That's the other story I got on them. So hopefully I can bring them back. The deck is in good shape on this. I may or may not keep the deck. And the deck is also in good shape on that one, which will obviously be kept. I'll put the good parts for the mowing system onto the one, and then the this one here, to make it look more stock, I might keep the mower deck on it, but obviously disconnect it. So we'll see on that. But as of that, I don't really know yet. Just getting into them, gotta figure them out, taking them apart, and work on getting them running. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep redneck like always, and please try and comment.